Hi, I'm Jonathan Rader with Rader Computers, and today I'm going to be replacing the LCD panel on this Dell Inspiron 175767. So we'll start by turning off the computer, and then we're going to need to take something like a credit card, or in this case, a empty gift card, and we'll stick it in here to get the screen bezel to come loose. And you kind of just work your way around it and pop it loose. Then that comes off. And set that to the side. And now we've got only 4 screws. One there, one there, one there, and one there. And you'll need a small Phillips screwdriver. And I like to take off the bottom ones first so that it can hang from the top and not try to come forward. So I like to take off the bottom screws first. All right, now the screws are all out, so we can carefully lift the panel up. And now since this one's broken, we don't have to be as careful with it. When we're doing the new one, we'll want to be more careful. So then there will be a little connector right here. And we'll carefully peel back the tape. And then there's a connector. There's a little lever you lift up and then gently pull it out. And then it unplugs, and that's that. Now we got the old panel removed. And now we can set it aside. And now here's the new panel that I ordered from laptopscreen.com. And it comes with a nice little foam deal to keep it from getting scratched. So we can lay it on that piece of foam. And now we're doing the opposite of the way the old one came off. So I got a different angle so we can see this connector better. So what we do is we just slide it in to the new monitor and carefully push it in all the way. And then it has a little lever that goes down and locks it in place so it can't come loose. And then just put the tape back over it. So now what we got to do is lift the LCD panel into place, put all the screws in, and then put the bezel back on. And then we should be good to go. So we just carefully lift the panel into place. There's little plastic deals that help you align it. And I like to put the top screws in first, the opposite order that we took them out. And I like to have the screen tilted back just a little bit so that it'll stay in place on its own. So you don't have to hold it in place while you're trying to screw it in place. All right, so before we put the bezel back on, I like to just turn it on and make sure everything's working right, because I'd hate to have to take it all back apart again. So as you can see, we'll get in the BIOS here with F2. And as you can see, everything looks great. And so at this point, we can peel off the protective film that comes on it to keep it from getting scratched. You can carefully peel that off. And then we'll turn the computer back off and reinstall the bezel. And we got a nice new screen. So I'm going to turn it back off and install the bezel. And then this comes off just about as easy as it went on. You just kind of get it pushed in place and it just snaps back together. You just kind of work your way around the end and carefully squeeze it back together and it snaps in place. Of course, changing out the LCD panel is different on every model, but for this particular model, it is actually quite easy to do. It doesn't really require any specialty tools as long as you have a credit card or something similar and a small Phillips screwdriver. And you just work your way around it, pushing the bezel and making sure it all snaps back in place. So as you can see, it went ahead and booted up and the new screen looks great. It looks just like it did when it was new. And it's ready to return to my customer.